Hey guys, welcome back to Deb's Journey. I'm Deborah, and today we are waiting a tropical storm to come our way. It should be coming. We've been getting rain all day today, a little bit yesterday.
And we've got our eyes on Beta right there in the Gulf of Mexico, about 100 or so miles south of Galveston, which you see the images there of the waves crashing up onto Galveston and the video from Bolivar Peninsula. This is a storm surge way ahead of the storm that shows you under the homes and on Highway 87, notorious for flooding, but Texas Department of Transportation actually just raised that road.
But later on this evening, we should probably get a little bit more rain and high winds and stuff. But anyway, I kind of need to get my mind off of things. So I thought that I would bring to you some delicious drinks that you can make while you are at home. I really think that, during this time of quarantine or waiting on a tropical storm, whatever your deal is, it's comforting and it helps us to stay on track to be able to have these little indulgences, that we can make at home to get our mind off of things and not just focus on keto or low carb, but again, just enjoy ourselves with a nice little drink and non-alcoholic. Some of these are going to be just refreshing drinks. One is going to be fall inspired, and so I have 4 drink recipes for you today, and I hope that you'll give them a try. All right, let's get to them. They're gonna be so good. So the first drink we're gonna be making today is a matcha green tea. All right, let's get to it. So when I was coming up with this recipe, I was trying to think, okay, how can I make it to taste as close to the one that I get at Starbucks, right? I found out that even the keto version of this drink at Starbucks is still like 11 carbs, and that's too high for me because I'm trying to stick to 20 carbs a day, and so that's more than half of my carbs, and that's a no-go. So the one that I have today is 3 carbs. Can you believe it? 3 carbs. I have my carb manager here because I always put my recipes in here to make sure as I'm coming up with my recipe, I will put it into carb manager so I can make sure that I'm either, I'm keeping within my macros, so I'm not adding too much or too little, whatever. Okay? All right. So I tried just putting everything in just a cup and mixing it together, and it was fine, but it wasn't amazing. So I decided that I'm going to use my little Ninja here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my whipped cream, and we're going to use 3 tablespoons of this. If you have one of those little frothers, you can use that. Then I'm going to do 3 Truvias, 3 Truvias. Now I'm going to use some of this skinny syrup, the vanilla flavored. I'm going to be putting in 1 tablespoon. If you don't like things too sweet, just add this and not the sugar, but definitely add this. All right, and my matcha. I bought this one at Kroger, and it was very expensive. Then I found out, then I could buy a big pouch of it at Walmart, so I'll probably be doing that next time. I'm gonna be adding 1 teaspoon. I kind of did a heaping. All right, now I'm gonna take it over to my Ninja and blend it up. All right, so make sure it's on tight. Okay, I'm gonna take it off, mix it up, make sure all the matcha comes off the sides. Okay, I'm gonna look at it. I do want it kind of frothy and foamy. Okay, let's do it a little bit more. Actually, I'm gonna get all the matcha off the sides. In fact, if I were you, I would probably mix all of this together, just like with a spoon or something, and then you can whip it up. because then the matcha won't stick to the sides like it did on me. Okay. All right, that looks really good. I'm just getting all of it off of my blades and everything. All right, so now I'm just pushing it off the sides, just cleaning it up a little bit. And I'm gonna pour it in here. Try to get all of it out. All right, so now here I have my green tea, and I already brewed this and make sure that it was cold. And what I'm gonna do, since I have some of this left over, and I don't like to waste anything, I'm gonna put some of my green tea in here. And I'm gonna close up my lid again. There we go. I'm just gonna shake it. And I'm gonna pour it in my cup. All right, I'm gonna add some ice before I add any more green tea. And top it off with some more tea. I'll mix it up a little bit. And there you have it. Let's taste it. It's so cool and refreshing. That matcha is so delicious. The reason why I put it in my Ninja, and instead of just whipping it up or just doing it with the spoon, is because whenever you blend it, that cream thickens up and really gives the drink a thicker consistency, so you don't just feel like you're drinking water and a little bit of milk, you know. So as you can see, it froths up a little bit. If you have one of those little frothers that require like a battery or something, that might work as well. I don't have one of those, so I just use the next best thing. All right, let's get to the next drink. But first, let me enjoy my matcha green tea. All right, for my next drink, it's something super easy. Still using green tea, but I drank it this week and it was so refreshing and so good. It didn't really give me fall vibes, but oh my gosh, it was so good. Anyway, so you're gonna start out with a cup, and I still have some of my green tea here. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of ice before I fill it all the way up. Alright, so we're just gonna keep filling up with the green tea. And then I have some of this skinny syrup, Jordan skinny syrup, the raspberry flavored one. I pick all of these up at, actually I think I've got this one at Ross. I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon. I'm gonna go in with 1 Truvia. I'll mix it and then see if it needs more. Oh my gosh, it's so refreshing and so delicious. If you want to make it kind of like a pink drink type of thing, you would add just about a tablespoon or 2 of heavy cream. But this drink right here is 0 carbs, and it's so good, so refreshing. Again, I took it to work and I was just sipping on it all day, and it was just such a nice little treat. By the way, how do you feel about YouTubers or really anybody making a recipe and then not trying it when they're finished? Does it not irk your nerves like it does me? I was just telling my husband, I was like, she didn't taste her whatever she made, right? Like whoever I saw on YouTube, I was like, she didn't taste it. Like I feel incomplete. So I make sure that I'm always gonna taste my recipes. Cheers. Let's go on to our next one. Alright, so for this next drink, I know that last drink that I showed you, the raspberry green tea, I told you can make it into like a pink drink, but this is more reminiscent of the Starbucks pink drink. You've probably seen it around, but I make it, you know, often enough that I just wanted to share with you in case you haven't seen it anywhere else. Alright, let's get to it. This is the tea that I always use, the Tazo Passion Tea, and I believe that is what Starbucks uses as well. I just brewed some right here. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my little mason jar. Let's see if I can do this without spilling. What do you think? Let's try. And I couldn't. All right. All right, so then I'm going to add, again, some vanilla, the same vanilla. I'm going to add about a tablespoon. There's just something about adding this that makes it taste more like Starbucks. I'm going to add 2 Truvias. I'm going to say it again, if you don't like it too sweet, just add the vanilla syrup, not the Truvia. And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. 1 and up 2. It does get a little funky like that, but oh my gosh, it's so good. All right, so mix it up and add some ice, and it does mix up like that. It does. I promise you, nothing's bad. Because why not? Right? Shame on me for not having any cute little straws. I don't drink it with straws, so it's just what I do. Plus air in my stomach. I don't like it. Okay, anyway. Bottoms up. This one, it's so good. Oh my gosh. It's so good. I know, look, it looks all funky. It really does. But it's so good. The ice is going to keep me from mixing it on here like that, but you can just use a spoon. I mix it every once in a while, but oh my gosh, it's so good. Alright guys, on to my next one. Alright, for our last drink, we're going to be making a pumpkin spiced coffee. I know it's usually latte, but I don't have any espresso, so I just brewed some cold brew coffee, and that's what we're going to be making it with today. So we're going to be using this Almond Breeze again. This one is the almond milk and coconut blend. We're doing about half a cup of this. 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. I'm doing 2 teaspoons of pumpkin, and just make sure that you're doing 100% puree and there's no sugar added to it. So you're not doing pumpkin pie filling. It's just the pumpkin with just a plain puree. I already opened one because of a recipe I did earlier this week. So I'm doing 2 of these. 1/8 of a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. This is my own. I made it here at home, so it's homemade. I'll put up the ingredients here on the screen. All right, and we're gonna do a tablespoon of this Jordan Skinny syrup again, the vanilla flavored. I know they now have like pumpkin flavored and stuff like that. Feel free to add whatever you want. And I'm going to add 3 Truvias. Hold on, let me get those. 3 Truvias. Again, if you don't like it too sweet, don't add the Truvias, just add the syrup. Alright, now I have this little whisk. I'm going to whisk it up. Alright, so I already made this, right? Without adding any kind of coffee or anything like that. And you can just, you can put the lid on this and keep it in the fridge. And it'll be a nice little pumpkin creamer for you for your just regular coffee. But I would add a little bit more heavy cream if you want to do that, and a little bit more pumpkin spice. Now I brewed some cold brew coffee. Let me show you what it looks like. I got the Dunkin' cold brew coffee packs. I did 2 of these in here, and just follow the instructions. All right, so now the rest of this, I'm gonna fill it up almost completely with coffee. If you have espresso, then this would be the time that you would add espresso. I'm gonna leave a little room for my ice, but I'm gonna mix it up. And you can drink it like this, or you can be a little extra and add some sugar-free whipped cream on top. And a touch of cinnamon. All right, that is it. That's it, bottoms up. Let's try it without getting it on my nose. It's so good. It does taste like pumpkin, but as you get to the bottom, it tastes more and more like pumpkin. But if you want the flavors to kind of, what's the word? If you want the flavors to marry a little bit better, then make that cream at first like I showed you. Stick it in the fridge. That way that the pumpkin pie spices can really permeate the cream and make the coffee taste a lot like pumpkin pie spice. But anyway, I just did it like this and topped it with my coffee, and it is so good, and it tastes like fall, like Thanksgiving, like Christmas is coming up, and it couldn't come at a better time. Alright guys, I hope that you would try these drink recipes out. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Comment down below what you want me to see make next. I think I'm going to try out some more fall type recipes. Maybe something for Thanksgiving, maybe something for watching football, like an appetizer, something like that. Again, let me know down below what is it that you want to see. Let's try to stick to eating low carb this holiday season. I know I have said in the past, like, no, I'm going to enjoy my holidays. I'm going to eat whatever I want. That can't be the case for me this year. I did that last year, and I'm still paying for it. I really am. It took me forever. When I say forever, I mean I feel like forever to get right back on like I was before, like losing weight and staying focused. And so this year I can't do it. So I really, if this is your first time going through the holidays on keto or low carb, I can't say it enough. Do your best to stick to it. Maybe give yourself one, if you really have to, maybe give yourself one treat meal, but right after, get right back on. I promise you, that food is just not worth getting off track for. Take it from me. Take it from me, seriously. It's just not worth it. Anyway, again, like this video if you did like it. Comment down below. Share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Alright guys, see you later. Love you. Bye.